The first asana is fish pose. It's also called Matya asana. You just need to stretch your neck and make some gap below your neck. This asana is very good for your spinal cord, upper spinal cord, and it relieves stress. Now you just raise legs to stretch your thighs a little bit. This helps you stretch. If you can make your legs straight, that means they are stretching good. If you cannot, that means you are stretching bad. The next asana is the bridge pose or the Setu Bandh Sarvang asana. This helps you to build your abdominal very good. It also helps you to stretch your spine, release stress, and many other things. The next asana is one relaxation asana that also twists your spinal cord. This is called Sapta Merund Asana, spinal twist yoga pose. So this asana is very good for relaxation and stretching your spine and your hands and your thighs and your particularly stretches everything in your body from sideways to sideways including your spine. Coming back to fish pose, this is another side angle for the fish pose that you will look from front. Again, you need to stretch your legs a little bit. We are just showing it from a different angle. Coming back to bridge pose, again we are showing you the angle from sideways so you can get a better understanding of this asana. You can also fold your hands backward. Going back to spinal twist yoga pose, this is the other angle to show you how it stretches your spine. You just need to remember that you need to keep your knees on the floor of the leg that side, which side you are going for. If you can see, there is no gap between my thighs and the floor. Now we are just doing a little variation of lying asanas. These particularly have name, but these are very easy to remember. So you just need to stretch your hands and your legs upwards and try to make all of them straight and keep your body still to do it at its best. This is the side angle again. Again you can check from the other side you cannot see so much straight, but this side you can see a lot of straightness in my body. The next asana is very good for your digestion. It's called Supta Pavan Muktasana. It relieves your wind in your stomach through this asana. It's a wind relieving pose. This asana is very good for digestion. Right now I'm just stretching my hands a little bit. You can do many other poses throughout yoga and it will be still yoga asana. There are like thousands of yoga asana, and any posture with your body that you make is again one asana. So it depends on you how you stretch your body. A lot of people are doing movement collective and they are just putting variation into the yoga asanas. So all those people are doing some kind of yoga only, but they are putting variations into yoga and creating something very new, very innovative. I like that part also, but this is like the basic, the root of these asanas are the basic, the root of the yoga. Next asana is very good for your spine. It's called chakra asana or wheel pose. You become a wheel in this asanas. So you need to go back and you need to stretch your hands and your legs upward and you need to make a C. You need to curve your back as much as possible in this asana, and you can also lift your legs for a little more difficult variation of this asana. Again, this is one more variation for the same asana. That's chakrasana right there. Now we're gonna become a table. So this is called tabletop pose or Brahman asana. It's very good for your spinal and it makes your posture great of your body because your body is parallel to the ground. You can just fall your head in this asana for greater benefits for your neck also. The other asana is upward plank pose or Purvottasana. It's again similar like table pose. The benefits are very much similar. It's just that you are becoming a upward plank, not downward plank. In Surya Namaskar position, you become a downward plank, but in this asana, you become upward plank. Now, this is just one variation I am trying to show you of downward plank pose. Actually, the downward plank pose you can see in Surya Namaskar video, but this is also called dolphin pose. The next asana that I'm gonna tell you is one of very good asanas. It's called standing head to big toe pose or Udit Hast Padung Gast asana. This is very good, and if you can make your knees straight, that's very good. Right now you can see that my knees are not straight, so I need to work a little more on this. I don't do yoga regularly these days, so my flexibility is not so good, but to try and to show it to you, I am doing this asana. And you can change your side also, and you can try it with a different leg. It's a little difficult, to keep your body down plus you stretching your knees. So my left leg is more good than my right one, so that's why, as you can see, that there is different flexibility. To end with the lying asanas, my favorite asana is called Shavasana or the cross pose. It's a relaxation pose, and it's very good for your breathing. You just need to lie down, you need to breathe, and you will relax your body, and you will feel that all the hard work that you put, all the tiredness in all the yoga will just go in seconds if you do this asanas. It is recommended to do this asana after any type of exercise, no matter which exercise you are doing other than yoga also. And this is called Shavasana, my favorite one, or corpse pose.